come for a ride. Talking movies, popping off, plot holes, layers, like an onion. Heartbreak getting deep, but it's not that serious, not that serious. Magic, that's what we look for, that's what we come for. Magic, that's what we look for, that's what we come for. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen. We're paper screamy, set and scene, we're the best, yes, queen.
Welcome back, screeners. Long time no see. I'm Ricky.
And I'm Brittany.
And we are
Paper Screen.
I feel like it's been a while since, we haven't recorded in a long time.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like we haven't seen each other except for the brief moments, we go to the movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, how are you?
I'm good. I briefly mentioned this when I got here, but my nephew came to visit in March.
Mm-hmm.
He was here for a long weekend, and it was really fun. We watched a ton of horror movies, actually.
Oh, nice.
He hadn't seen some of them, so he hadn't seen the Twilight Zone movie.
Oh my God, that one.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone. That has the John Lithgow. There's a man on the wing.
I just remember that movie is cursed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of what happened on that set.
What happened on that set?
People actually died.
Oh.
There's Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. Someone died during that?
Yeah, the main actor in that. Yeah, he got chopped.
Oh my God.
By the falling helicopter.
Okay. Well, all right. And then and then we watched Creepshow 1 and 2, and we tried to watch 3 so bad. Couldn't get past 5 minutes. It was I don't even want to think about it. It was so bad. Offensive that it dared to be associated with.
Was it being
Creepshow.
Racist?
No, it was just the worst storytelling, worst production, worst acting. It was and they did there's usually animation in Creepshow because it's a Stephen King comic book supposed to be, So in the third one they do weird animation that doesn't even look good. It's weird, early millennia, weird,
Like South Park. I'm just kidding.
South Park looks like a work of art compared to it.
Yeah.
But the only story we kind of watched is this girl hates her neighborhood, which is a dumb plot. You hate your neighborhood.
And what's the reason? Because
everyone's annoying.
Or are they just super nice?
Yeah,
I haven't seen this.
she has a friendly neighbor.
Oh.
Like that.
Oh
then she goes home, and then I think she gets a remote, and the remote takes her into alternate universes, but it's not cool. It's so bad.
Oh.
Anyway, and then we watched Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Dude. So I've heard of it too. I always seen that poster. It's the guy who's the blue guy in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
It's him, but he's younger. It's a gross movie.
Is it freaky deaky? I feel those movies kind of blended with the others.
It's a good movie. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's dark. It's a portrait of a serial killer. So, but it's him and his really gross roommate, and then his gross roommate's sister comes to stay with them because she is leaving her abusive husband or something, and it's just disturbing. Kind of awkward.
There's I'm gonna look up YouTube videos of this.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I took my nephew we went to Santa Monica and did the rides and stuff.
Yeah.
We should do that sometime. It's $50, you get unlimited.
Oh.
And it's we were laughing so hard. It's a lot of kiddie rides. But it was so funny. We went on this one where you're kind of sitting inside of a shark mouth, and then you're on a platform spinning, and you have to turn the table. Everything's spinning.
Right.
You don't turn the table.
Oh, it spins for you.
It spins for you. And there's this little boy next to us, probably 7 years old maybe, and he's screaming for dear life. Get me off of here. Sorry, get me off of here. Stop the ride. Me and my nephew are just dying laughing, which I know is horrible, but it was just really funny.
Yeah.
And then my hat flew off on the roller coaster, but it smacked the guy behind me. And he grabbed it. It was so funny.
Oh, he grabbed it. Oh, so then you got it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was funny because the whole time I was like, I have to hold on to my hat when I go on rides. And then I was finally like, you know what, Brittany, you're being so like paranoid. Just like have a good time. It's the second I let go of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did those machine, like the kind of carnival things, like shooting a water gun into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
We both kept winning that stuff.
Oh, so, cute.
Yeah. And then this man and his small child, he was like, well, hold on, we can't play against it. And he just like, he got like really frazzled. And I was like, well, wait. And he was like, okay. He's like, because it wouldn't be fair because obviously like you guys would win, like not this like 5-year-old
You guys were like
girl.
adults. Just kidding.
Yeah. But I was just like, dude, chill out. And then his daughter lost anyway.
Loser.
Yeah. And then, but I won this like lemur stuffed animal. So cute. Super soft. I like to touch it. It's really cute. But yeah. And then like the one thing I wanted to mention too about the visit was he got tickets not got tickets because they're like buy tickets at the door, but very like underground metal grindcore show or whatever. So it was like
sounds like really explicit.
It's I don't know if I had mentioned this to you, but it was when he told me about it, I'm like, yeah, of course we can go to a show. And I'm like, where's it at? And he's like, I don't know. It's like this weird venue. And it, like, if you look it up on Google Maps, it's like a garage, like a warehouse garage. And I'm like, I like zoom out and it's in Skid Row.
Oh God.
Like the heart of Skid Row. And I'm like, and I like text him back. I'm like, this is literally dead center into Skid Row. And he's like, oh shit, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I go, the fact that you know what I'm talking about, you're some random kid in like suburban Minnesota and you know what Skid Row is. That tells you it lives to its reputation, Anyway, so I took him anyway.
Did we you get there. Uber? Did you?
No,
Uber?
I drove.
Okay.
I drove because I needed that like sense of control. But we're like driving around looking for parking, and I'm like, "There's probably a dead body in one of these tents. Like, just be real. There probably is with like fentanyl and everything. Like,
ew,
there probably is somewhere around the area." So I end up being able to park like right outside this like quote unquote venue, and there's like a chick wearing like an earpiece, and she like we go up and we're like, we're here for whatever. And then like you pay at the door and we get in. And it's just like really like warehouse.
And they open this like freezer and you walk in. Just come on in.
So we like get in. And I realize she's wearing the earpiece so that she can let people know if like there's going to be a raid.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's like, this is definitely not okay. And we go in and I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, I forgot to bring my noise canceling headphones that are fucking busted anyway. Thanks so much, Apple, for two different kinds. Anyway,
I saw you post about that.
So annoying. But so I do like I walk around the place just to vibe it out. I go in the back, dude. There's like people, like selling stuff. Like there's some, like weed flowers and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm like, whatever. Then there's like some straight up like mushrooms and like the stems and everything. And I'm like, whoa, I've like never seen that like on display for sale. And then I turn to my left and I see a grown ass man, probably twice our age, filling up balloons. And I'm like, ew, dude, what is this? Kids?
Yeah.
To huff.
Oh.
And I'm like, ew, this is like getting really like, ugh. Like, where is someone going to be like snorting fentanyl in the corner? Like doing whippets? Like he had the big thing. I was just like, ew. And I'm like, tell my nephew, I'm like, I'm like gonna chill in the car. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, I cannot handle loud like stuff. And like, I need my space. But I was like, listen, if you fucking touch anything, I'm gonna know. I will for sure fucking know. And I'll fucking kill you. And I'm gonna call your mom like right at midnight, I'm like, you don't do any of this shit. I'm not kidding. I will fucking like, it's not cool. Like it's too, I'm like, it's just too high risk. So I like wait out in the car. And then so he would like come out in between the sets and he was like, oh, it's really lame in there. It's just like a bunch of people high on those like balloons. And like they started playing disco music. And I'm like, what is this? Yeah. And then like the band, so that's it. Here's the thing. This specific like death metal, whatever band he wanted to see, they like never go to Minnesota. You know what I mean? So it's for him, it was like, oh my God, I can see this like band that like me and my friends all obsess over when I'm in town. And I never, like, he doesn't really get to like travel, like, to, And I was like, well, I don't want him. You know, if it were me and I was like going somewhere and like Bjork was playing, it was the first time I could ever see her, you know? Anyway, the band didn't fucking play. Because like one of the band members like went into the hospital the night before or something. But so he didn't know. So all night he's like, he keeps coming out. He's like, they're not on yet. And I'm like, well, like we're going to leave in like a half hour, you know? I watched Showgirls in my car. So I sat in my car on Skid Row. Not Showgirls.
The last
Showgirl with Pam Anderson.
I was like, wait, Showgirls from like the 90s?
The Pam Anderson one. Anyway, that's my long story about my nephew's visit. But he got pretty freaked out about it all.
Wow.
Like he would run to my car whenever he came outside. But you know what I found out later? He was like, it was an all ages show.
So were there other kids there?
So there were kids there, like teenagers. And I was like, were they doing whippets? And he's like, yeah. And I go, okay, actually, you know what? Everyone in there's a fucking loser. Like they're fucking losers to put on that, to have that type of event, even if they're, because there's like a lot of straight edge culture within like, you know, like the alt scene and stuff. But like, just because you're straight edge and you play in a band, the fact that you would go to like you'd play at a show or be at a show where like people are underage and people can be sold whippets. That's trash.
It is. And it's a huge problem to our city.
Yeah.
That shit is happening.
Yeah. I was like, you're lucky I'm not a fucking cop. No, I'm just kidding.
Karen, I'm calling the cops on you.
I have never felt more like a Karen though, because I'm like, I'm not alt at all. Like, I mean, I have like face piercings, but like I was wearing like, I don't know, a blue sweater.
Not your jumpsuit.
Not my jumpsuit. You're such a bitch.
Excuse me, do you work here?
Oh, God. And I had my hair like cut in a ponytail or a bun. But I remember I just felt like a fish out of water. Like I must have looked like such a weirdo. You know what I mean?
Whose auntie is this?
Anyway,
That's
he had a
funny.
good time though.
Oh, good. I mean, aside from that experience.
Yeah. Like he's really into buying tapes.
What?
Like a cassette tape.
Okay.
And he discovered some new bands being there. So that's good.
Were they selling tapes?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like a thing.
That's so vintage.
I know.
That's like us with like, I don't know,
records.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
Vinyl records.
Yeah. CDs too.
Nice.
What have you been up to?
Well, speaking of partying, I came back from Coachella.
Oh my God.
First Coachella ever in my life, and it was a lot of fun.
You camped, right?
Hell no.
Oh.
I'm such a diva. I'm too good for that. I got a nice hotel with AC.
Oh, okay.
I took a shuttle.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard, did you see the car camping situation? Because it was a mess.
Yeah. It looked awful.
Yeah. And I know some people who were doing that. And I was like, thank God. Because
I know.
What's that line from White Lotus? I just don't see myself living an uncomfortable life.
Yeah. Yeah. Very Victoria.
Yeah, that was me all weekend. And I had VIP.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, okay, first time Coachella, I got to do it up.
So what did you get with VIP?
Just like access to VIP sections. But
is that like better viewing or like less crowded?
No. It's honestly, it's not even worth it. I was like not impressed.
Oh, that's annoying.
I was like, this is basically GA. They literally had a GA section that kind of looked like VIP next to VIP.
What the hell?
But it was like, I don't know. It wasn't like a huge space. The VIP section is not that much closer to the stage.
Okay.
Like the view is okay. Like they have like the Jumbotron screens that you can see, but you can't see those people on the stage.
Damn.
And like I probably could have, stood in GA like right in the front.
Yeah.
In front of the artists section.
Yeah. So who did you see?
I saw Lisa, aka
cool.
Mook from White Lotus. She was amazing.
Yeah.
I saw T-Pain, which...
Oh, was he the one? I'm a fairy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, and he was so good too. His performance,
cool.
like his like set had a lot of production value for like, you know, what his type of music is, but he
Yeah.
had dancers and he was doing all this choreography and stuff too. He was dancing too. So
That's
it was
cool.
just like,
I had no idea.
and there was like millennials there, so they were vibing to his music.
Yeah.
I was definitely, you know, twerking on the grass in the VIP section.
Oh my god.
Missy Elliott.
Oh,
She was amazing.
Yeah.
So incredible. Like, just brought me back to like high school.
yeah.
You know?
I saw her at FYE Fest like in 2017 or something. And she to this day, I would say she's like in the top 5 performers. She has like this crazy like aura energy or something.
Yeah.
You know?
She has like that sci-fi look.
Yeah.
Like her set was very sci-fi-ish.
Yeah.
She like comes out in like a transformer.
Yeah, I
truck.
saw that. That was so funny. I was like, she would.
But yeah, like I was just dancing most of the time to like both those sets. Even Lisa too. Like I don't care if she's lip syncing.
Mm-hmm.
It was giving Britney Spears. Like
I just saw like some of her robot outfit. It was almost like bionic.
Yeah. Like in Smile.
Yeah. You see Gaga?
I did see Gaga, but she performed so late.
Yeah,
that
like
I
11 p.m., right?
Yeah, and I was like fucking tired. But yeah, we left like maybe like 40 minutes into her set.
Okay.
Yeah, so we saw the majority of
Yeah.
like everything. Like we saw Poker Face, like her chess
Yeah.
set.
But you know what's kind of interesting is like when I saw the chess thing, I was like, oh, it's really cool. Only cool if you're looking at the monitors.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell that on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was watching it on YouTube, I was like, that was like much cooler than what I saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me though. That's kind of like, that's a thing. Like even when like you and I have gone to shows, it's like, I want to be able to sit comfortably and watch and like,
No.
and like maybe like dance or whatever. But like, that's what's so hard about, like, I don't like doing GA because like, I want to sit down. I like get tired. And that's why like with festivals, I'm like, man, I don't know.
The one thing about Gaga's set though, like her opening was like when she came out in that giant dress and like the curtains draw.
That looks so, that whole, I mean, in those songs, those 3 songs together, like that's so fucking cool.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Yeah, I probably would have been like screaming, dude. I would have gotten so, that's the thing. You'd have to get drunk, like hyper drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk. And then I don't even know what else. Well, actually, I don't know if I would do it, but acid would be pretty fun. Gaga and acid would be pretty amazing. But I saw a clip, this is kind of off topic, but Alex Earl was watching Gaga. Did you see her talk about this? Some like ladies behind her were like, excuse me, you know you're not the only one watching Gaga, because Alex was like dancing and Alex Earl's telling the story and she goes, and I just said, trying to have fun, bitch. It's so funny. It like made me think of you. I'm trying to have fun, bitch.
Honestly, there were some people who were like Debbie Downers. I'm like, get off your phone.
That's what a lot of those influencers are saying. They were like, yeah, the crowd is like not it. They were like people just like standing and watching. Like they don't know how to like enjoy a show.
I'm like, just put the phone down, shake your ass.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I know. And it's like I like to make a TikTok or a reel when I go to a show, but it's like you pull it out, get like those key moments, and then you put it away because you want to actually like watch.
Yeah.
You know? So who did you see the second night?
Green Day.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie, yes.
Charlie, of course. Who you've seen.
Yes, we've seen. But she brought up Billie Eilish.
Wait, you were there for the first weekend? You were there for Lord, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And she I think whenever she can, she will perform that song of Charlie. Because they did shows.
Yeah,
on tour.
that song is like not easy to perform. Because, you know, it's like very whispering. And and like I could barely hear her.
Oh, really?
Her mic. Yeah. Because she's like whispering.
Yeah, the Billy Siren song.
Lord, oh my God, that was funny because I was like, "Is that Lord?" My friend Gabby, she was like, "No, that's Billie Eilish." I was like, "No, it's not."
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Damn, that's so cool.
Yeah, Green Day was awesome.
Really?
Like, I thought I would only know like a couple songs, but I knew a lot of songs.
Nice.
And they were a great show too.
That's cool.
And then we left a little bit early because we're old.
Yeah. Dude, I know. That's the thing. Like my friend was like, "Oh, I'm like pissed I didn't go this year." And she works in the music industry, and she was like, "I might be able to get some artist passes. Should we go?" And I'm like, "Well, here's the thing. Like, I'll go, but like I fall asleep. I get fucking tired at like 10 p.m. This would be for weekend too. We didn't go, obviously, but I was like, plus we'd have to. I'm like, I don't know, like I don't think I want to camp, so we'd have to like see if there's like a hotel." And she goes, "Dude, no, I will drive us back that night." I know. I was like, "Are you crazy?" She's like, "No, I'm fine. I'll like if it's 2 a.m. like I can drive us back." And I'm like, I mean, like I said, we didn't go, but I was like, "You're crazy. I could never."
Oh my God.
But that's the thing. I'm like, I don't think I could even go because like I fucking crash when I'm like tired, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was like, damn, do they serve coffee here? Because
yeah.
my
Oh
old
yeah.
ass needs it.
How was that? Did you have? I saw they sold like $30 burger and fries and like. Did you?
Yeah, it was really expensive.
Was it good at least?
No.
Damn.
Like the best thing that I had was probably the lobster roll sandwich.
Ew. Sorry, I don't
And
eat
it was-
seafood, but
And it was like $35 and it came in like fucking chips. And I was like, this is not. There was definitely other food that was better. Like, and I didn't get to them because they were all on the other side of the festival.
yeah.
Oh, I saw Weezer,
Oh my god.
which was like such a throwback.
dude.
Yeah, they were awesome. And they were at this like smaller stage. And
Yeah.
I got pretty close.
How many stages are there?
8.
Damn, there's
I
8
know.
stages.
Yes.
God.
I had to bounce back and forth like this.
Holy
It was like-
shit.
it's a lot of walking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. That's part of the reason I'm like,
But I got my steps in.
yeah, skinny legend. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
And then Megan Thee Stallion,
Oh yeah,
Sierra.
when they cut Sierra showed up.
Sierra was there.
Oh my god.
And I fucking missed it.
No!
Because my friend wanted to go to the bathroom.
No. Oh my god, dude.
But I was like trying to watch it on my phone because just stream it.
Oh my god.
And I'm hearing my goodies. My goodies. I know. I was like, is that Sierra?
Fuck.
I did see Queen Latifah though.
Okay.
She was there. That was cool. So yeah, when her mic got cut off, I was like, bitch.
Yeah. I
On the
heard it.
Mooshie.
Damn.
I was like, I didn't even get to do the fucking dance.
Yeah. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, it's
Like, I
fucking
get
bullshit.
it. I get like sticking to a schedule, but like, she's a pretty big star to just like cut her mic.
I mean, she should have been headliner.
Yeah.
Because you know who was headlining that night?
No.
Post Malone.
Post Malone, did he do his country stuff? I heard he's a country artist now.
Yeah, and then he did all of his pop songs country.
Whoa. Set
Yeah.
me on you going fishing in the dark.
Oh my god, I didn't know you knew his songs.
No, that's not even him.
Oh.
It's some country
Oh.
song.
I was like, what is that?
Portugal, I think, would play that song, but it goes, "You and me going fishing in the dark."
Oh my god. Okay. I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. I don't know who sings it.
And that segues to our topic. What movie are we talking about today?
So, we're talking about a blues movie called Sinners.
For those who don't know about this movie, it's about two brothers, Smoke and Stack, who
Are smoking.
hot. Yeah, so they start this juke joint and they're trying to get the community together for their grand opening.
The
And
black
then-
community.
I mean,
It's
majority.
It's not for
black.
white people. It's explicitly not for white people
Right.
because it was like supposed to be like a safe, fun place where they could actually like enjoy themselves.
And yeah, so they start this juke joint and something bad happens. Written and directed by Ryan Coogler, produced by, I think, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
And Ryan Coogler.
Yeah. They're besties. They did Creed together.
Yeah, which I haven't seen, by the way.
I haven't either because I'm not like into boxing. I'm interested in seeing it just because I like Ryan a lot, or I like
Yeah.
everything he's made. He did Black Panther too, also
Yeah.
phenomenal. made $1 billion. I was gonna say from this movie, it's just kind of an interesting thing. Ryan Coogler says he was $200,000 in debt when he made Creed, but now because of Sinners, this will keep him financially safe for the rest of his life.
Oh, because he'll own the rights in 25 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why 25?
So
let's just like hurry up that process, huh?
I mean, it's an unusual, not a lot of people, it's usually like decades and decades. So, but his whole deal, so if you're listening, usually like when you make a movie, you write a movie or anything, you like sell it to a studio or just distribution, whatever. So like Quentin Tarantino like doesn't immediately own his movie. He will eventually like get rights back or whatever. But like with Ryan, this is from CNBC. Coogler requested future ownership of Sinners because the movie, specifically the two protagonists, Smoke and Stack, fight for ownership of a juke joint in the Jim Crow South, was directly inspired by his family's history, he told Business Insider on April 7th. His Warner Brother deal also reportedly gave him the power to decide the final version of the film, which is really rare. So that's a final edit, and a percentage of box office revenue as soon as the movie hit the theaters, instead of after the studio makes its profit. He doesn't plan to make a similar request for future films, he told the Business Insider. That was my only motivation, Coogler adding. It was only for this specific project. And it makes sense if you think about like all the theme. I mean, all of his films have had to do with like, you know, Black culture, Black history, all that. But like this one, like very specifically, like it makes sense that he would be like, if I'm making this and a lot of people are gonna make money off of it, like I'm gonna like take care of myself.
Yeah.
So good for you, dude.
That's smart.
Very.
And I feel like that's something that they need to teach us in film school is the business side of things.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. They don't teach you that.
Mm-mm. Well, release forms.
Okay, those release forms are very basic and generic.
Yeah.
It's like we own the rights to your face.
He's a Gemini. I had to look it up. Okay, back to Sinners. So I had seen the trailer. In the trailer, I mean, the most I saw, because I didn't really try to pay too much attention, I was like, okay, it's something that's shot beautifully, which the cinematography, wow, it's gorgeous. But I knew Haley Steinfeld was gonna have like blood on her mouth at some point, but I didn't, and it was called Sinners, so I was like, I had no idea what it was, and you know, I try to avoid things, so I didn't. There's a big spoiler. Do not listen to this until you've watched the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's vampires. And like that was really, so I didn't like know that until I was watching it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I feel like I only saw the teaser trailer too.
That's probably what I saw, the teaser.
And it didn't give away anything.
Yeah.
But then the comments like on YouTube were saying like, oh, these are vampires.
Mm.
Someone made like a From Dusk Till Dawn reference and I was like, oh.
I've heard a lot of people like compare it to that. Like not compare it, but like
some of the influences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like the movie when you saw it though?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I like actually I was like, I don't want to go to it because the tickets we got weren't for IMAX.
Did you not see it in IMAX?
No, dude. I know. I'm so pissed. Because then, like, then it was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's go. It'll be good no matter what. Like, so then I watch it and it's amazing. And I'm like, I'm so pissed I didn't see it in IMAX.
Oh my God.
I'll probably go if I can't, actually. I'm
actually going on Thursday with Edwin because
he should see it. It's not like scary.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like 75-80% drama story.
And comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like scary. It's not like, or I guess, I don't know. Do you and I probably don't really know what's scary?
Honestly, there are people that I know who don't watch horror movies went to see this movie and they're like, yeah, it wasn't like super scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they loved it. So this is my experience. So you texted me. Mm-hmm. You're like, did you see it with Sinners yet? And I hadn't because I was waiting for Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I went on a Tuesday, saw it at AMC, and I saw it at IMAX, like their IMAX, which is probably like, I don't know, it's not that big.
It's as close as you're going to get.
It's the closest you're going to get.
Yeah.
And I was like fine with that because the sound really delivered. It was just like just booming. Great audience too. Like
it keeps being sold out
at the IMAX.
just at theaters across the country. Like people are seeing this movie.
That's good.
Fuck yeah.
The hype is real.
Yeah.
And then the people who are saying like it's not that good, you're just a hater.
That's the thing.
You just didn't get it.
I have not seen a bad review. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow.
Yeah.
Even though Rotten Tomatoes is usually like not very accurate, but I'm like, okay, yeah, it is 100%. But like everyone I have looked up on like TikTok or like YouTube, no one has said a bad thing.
Yeah.
So you've seen people say bad things about it?
Yeah, and I've talked to some people who are like, I didn't think it was that good. And I was like,
I
well,
can't
maybe
even
you just
imagine.
didn't get it.
Were you watching Sinners? Like,
or were you watching Until Dawn? Just
I
kidding.
think why those kids were like in the house.
Wait, I thought this was about a juke joint. Just kidding.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But okay, so my movie experience, I was kind of I had low expectations because when a movie gets hyped, I'm like,
yeah,
it's how I felt when people were talking about Nope, and so I was like, is it giving that?
Okay, what is that supposed to mean?
Okay,
giving, like best movie
because you totally overhyped Nope.
Please sound off in the comments.
But I fucking loved it. It was actually like really good and like emotional. And I was like, there were some scenes in there. I was like, wait, this is very artsy and like, I don't
profound.
know. Yeah, exactly. I was like, damn, this is like deep ass shit.
Like very even like little details like the costuming and like all the sets.
Well, I was gonna say it has so many layers, like an onion.
Hell yeah.
No. So what is the budget?
90 million. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, I think I knew that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And they only made like 60 million box office first weekend.
Right, but they will be hitting. They'll be the fourth. It's set to be the fourth highest grossing horror film ever. So it's going to be more than 200 million.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't flatlined or anything, so it's going to, it's like very successful.
Yeah.
And also I saw some people being like, yeah, there's totally like Sinners. There's like definitely a possibility of like a whole world.
Like a universe,
yeah.
Cinematic universe. Yeah. I saw that and I thought that was a joke.
Yeah. Well, Ryan Coogler is like has no plans for anything like that, but people are like, but there could be. And there was like one idea that I was like, yes, I would fuck with that, but it would be
a prequel.
Well, it would just be focusing on the indigenous community it showed.
Yes.
The Choctaw people.
Because
that was like when they showed up at the beginning at the the house, I was like, ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Like what's gonna happen? Because like Native American like folklore and like spiritual. I don't know. You know what? It's
spiritual.
All. It's fucking and it's like really fascinating. And if there's anything, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna listen to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like knowing like whatever's happening in this movie, like this guy might be a vampire or something. They're looking for him. I'm like, shit's for real. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm saying that because in Creepshow, I think there's this whole like Native American storyline.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like so funny. It's just like, it's like this statue that comes alive and kills people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do know that one.
Okay, yeah. Oh my God, it's so funny. And there's the white guy who's playing a Native American.
Oh God.
I know. I was like staring. I'm like, that guy's not. That guy's definitely white. And he has these blue eyes. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh my God. And he's this guy he's like been in things. Like you would recognize him. But anyway, whatever.
Oh God.
So that was like one thing is someone was like, yeah, I wish we had had more with them. And I'm like, yes, that's like the one thing I wish we had. But at the same time, not really. Because how long is the movie going to be?
Yeah.
But I think that would be a really fun. But Ryan Coogler has to do it because it has to be done right. But it would be fun because there's the whole. So like in the Delta, Mississippi area where this all takes place, that's where the Choctaw, and if I'm saying that wrong, obviously I'm not, I apologize. Choctaw people were forcibly removed. And that's the whole Trail of Tears thing, where they got put into like Oklahoma. And I'm like, oh my God, would that be like, think about the vampires, like,
oh my God.
or Wendigos,
yeah.
Like you could do so much.
Expand the world of vampires and
Skinwalker.
I don't know why you're whispering.
We're like not supposed to say it.
Why?
I don't know.
I say it all the time.
I don't think we're supposed to say it. It's like calling it. Those are the scariest stories. Have you heard like people's stories?
I see like TikTok videos of like
my God,
fake skinwalkers.
I've like listened to podcasts where like, someone who like grew up on a reservation is like telling this story, and it's like so scary.
Wait,
like,
have you heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
I've heard that, but is it actual like skinwalkers?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Let's go. Just kidding.
Let's talk about the brothers.
Okay. Hottie patati.
I was like wet in my seat. Just kidding.
I had to put down a towel.
The whole time I was thinking of Parent Trap. How they did it.
Yeah.
And
See,
I'm just like paying attention to the special effects of it all. Like, how do they do that?
I'm glad you're bringing that up because that's a note. So, according to Ryan Coogler, the hardest, most difficult part of the entire shoot was shooting a shot where Smoke hands a cigarette to Stack and they're standing next to each other in the same shot. Because they didn't, so usually when you're shooting someone as twins or whatever, you're like plating it like, I'm going to shoot this and then I'll layer the same shot with a different person's, or with the same guy standing in a different shot. And then it looks like they're the two of the identical people in the same shot. This is like the way they're standing. It's like really, and it's a moving
Are they
shot.
close? Oh.
Yeah. So they're kind of like this in the frame and then the camera's moving. They had to make this whole rig and it had to have these sound notes so Michael B. Jordan knew when to move and do what. Like it was like the most intricate thing in the world just to get this one shot.
Oh God.
But it's a flawless shot. But I was gonna say that was the thing too. And the like best movies are like when you like I was watching it, I thought there were two Michael B. Jordans. Like I like forgot, you know what I mean? Like I was so into the movie, I wasn't like thinking about that. Like I was just so like, Yeah. And I think he did do a really good job like differentiating them.
Did you ever get confused though? Because at the juke joint,
I did. When Haley Seinfeld was like, "You can't." What did she say?
She says
steal
something.
This pussy or something?
Yeah. What are you scared of stealing this pussy?
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute. So is that the one that's with the hoodoo lady? Because I like her.
Yeah, she's from Lovecraft
Yes.
country.
She's a slay.
Yeah,
Always.
and she's also from Loki.
Oh.
She works for the TVA.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
And I think
right.
she was in Deadpool versus Wolverine.
You're right. She was.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
My first impression, I thought she was like a sister. Not gonna lie. And then they started,
Dude, he just fucking doggy styles fucking real quick.
And then I didn't realize like the grave that was in the yard.
Yeah.
I was like, whose grave is that?
Right.
And then it's like later, I was like, oh.
Well, he says to her in there, I don't know if he caught it, but he's talking about her, the hoodoo.
Mm-hmm. The necklace thing.
And he says something like, why didn't it work on their baby?
Oh.
Or at some point in the movie, I think it was when he goes there though. But I will say the only thing about that is I'm like, she's like, all right, cool, let's go. Like really quick. And I'm like, well, what happened here? Did he like, you guys had a baby and it died and then he like dipped town? Like, would you just take him back like that? I mean, I'm happy for them, but it was just I was just kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But he is super hot. So like,
she was like,
I can't
that dick is too good.
my gosh.
Wait, which one's Stack and which one's Smoke?
I think Stack is like the more aggressive one.
The one with Haley?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Stack has the cousin's name,
Sammy?
Sammy. He's the one with Sammy,
The preacher boy, right?
Preacher boy.
Yeah.
So the whole first half of the movie is them getting ready for the party, which I was like, you know what? I love that plot. First half is like getting ready for the big event, which is the second half. Like I don't know what else I've seen that in, but I know that's like a thing. And I'm like, I like that.
Great Gatsby.
You know what?
That's what it was reminding me of.
And like super bad.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's that one? Project X.
Yeah, this is basically Project X, but in the deep south. Okay, so
and vampires.
So right. So that was the thing is like him and Preacher Boy, and then they meet that, or they go find that guy who's playing. Is he playing a guitar or what is he doing?
It's kind of like a banjo, right?
Oh, a banjo or something. And that's when we meet Haley Seinfeld, or what's her name? Mary?
Mary.
Okay, Mary. And her outfit is, everything is a knit. Could you see that when you saw it?
No.
It was like, it's like, whoa, who made that? It's all knit, like hand knit.
Oh, like even her dresses and stuff?
The pink, I think it's pink, like a pink dress she's wearing, and then the pink like beret. But
even at the party?
I don't know.
No. Oh, you're
just
talking
at
about
the train
like,
station.
The train station.
But yeah, and then so we meet her, and like clearly her and Stack have like something, and he's kind of like pretty cold to her. But you're like, well, okay, clearly they had a thing. But so they end up picking up the guy to like play music for them. It was funny because he was like, I got beer, and he's like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And like drinks the beer, and I like whisper to my partner, like, is this during Prohibition? Like, why is beer a thing? You know?
Oh, now that I think of it, I think he was playing like the harmonica.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it was a harmonica.
And the Preacher Boy has
Preacher Boy has a guitar.
Yeah. Or banjo.
With
the metal plate.
With the metal plate. Was the other one the one who went to the market? or are they the ones that went to the market?
I think
through the back
I just
door?
remember like he shot like some guy who was like digging his truck.
Oh yeah, but I love that too when they go to the market.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, because there's like that tracking shot behind the daughter, or is it the wife? The daughter or the wife going from one market to the next?
And she's like, Mom, someone's here to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Dad needs you.
And I'm like, this is like the most family I've ever seen.
Right. That dad though, I was like,
all three of them were like fucking gorgeous. I was like, who are these supermodels? Like,
and I love their accents too. It was
it was cute.
Yeah.
And that was a thing too.
Like historically.
Yeah. So there has been a community of Chinese settlers in the Mississippi Delta for over 100 years. Ryan worked with a documentary, and I couldn't get their name because I literally couldn't understand. It was like, I apologize, I didn't get their name, but someone who made a documentary about the Chinese settlers in Mississippi Delta. So he like to make sure things were like accurate. And I guess something really unique about the Chinese families that like set up shops or like started their own businesses and stuff like that is they could sell to Black and white people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry. I kind of spaced out a little bit.
You're thinking about the dad.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about AAPI month.
Oh.
I was like, when is this episode coming out?
I did want to talk about one of my favorite parts, which was, you know, when whatever brother has Preacher Boy, and then the guy, what's the guy's name? Slim. Okay.
The harmonica dude.
Yeah. So Preacher Boy, Slim, and then
they go pick up cornbread. The bigger one.
Yeah. So when they're on their way to get cornbread, they passed a group of guys who are like wearing jail outfits, like the black and white stripes, and they're like digging, and he's like, hey, and he like knows them or something, and then they're driving and he tells Preacher Boy the story about this guy he knew, this black man, and like he tells this story. I don't even remember what happened exactly, but this story ends with that man. It's like someone he was in prison with, I think. That man gets lynched, and then he's sitting there and he's like, and then he goes into like the blues, and I was like, that was the coolest, most like the best depiction of like what the blues are like in the moment, because that's a big part of the movie too. And like I think he says that to Preacher Boy, like, you can't play the blues, you're, you know, like you have to suffer to play the blues or whatever. So it's like,
that's why it's called the blues.
Yeah. And so then when he tells that story, and then he just kind of like his way of like telling this horrible story about someone being killed is like, and then he just is like, like, and gets into, I don't know. I just thought it was so cool, like actually seeing the blues.
Yeah, I met this guy once. He used to be my friend.
Is that how the song?
That's my
like,
blues.
Wait, that like sounded pretty good.
God,
it's Ricky's blues. And Preacher Boy, after this night, becomes like an iconic blues player.
Yeah.
Because he really got to see the blues.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the beginning.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, did you miss the beginning of the movie?
Yeah, the very, very beginning.
Oh, so in the beginning, it's like, what's her name?
Hoodoo?
Her name's Annie.
Annie.
She's telling this, she like narrates this thing about music and how it brings certain type of energy, but there's other types of energies that it can provoke.
Sure.
And that's like evil. And so that's like the whole plot of the movie.
Rock and roll.
Is that the devil's music?
Whoa.
I feel like that's where it comes from. Like when you hear like people talk about rock music being like the devil's music.
Totally.
And that's, yeah. But like you cut to the Preacher Boy. He comes storming into his church. And I think the preacher is like his dad.
Yes.
So his dad is like basically giving him this like whole spiel of like, you need to let that go. But there's like jump scares in there that like really fucking got me.
Yeah.
And it was like not even like anything scary. It's just like jump cuts to like flashes of moments later in the movie.
Really?
And it got me. Yeah. I was like, this is kind of scary.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to see an IMAX.
Yeah. I was like, huh. Huh. Anyways, so Preacher Boy, that's like his intro is like he's like bloody. It's basically the ending of the movie.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I missed that.
Yeah. Damn, when did you come in? The party?
When the cousins are picking him up from the church. Preacher Boy. So I saw an interview with him, and like he's not an actor or anything. He's been touring with her.
Oh.
And she told him, hey, they're making this movie, you gotta audition. He was like, what? And I think he like, if I'm not mistaken, he learned to play guitar after he got casted.
Oh, so he's not even a musician.
He might be a musician, but because I don't know what he was doing on tour with her.
Oh.
But so I don't know. I'm pretty sure he never acted and he didn't know the guitar.
That's funny because Her was in The Color Purple.
Really?
The musical one.
Oh, how random.
And so this kind of has like similarities.
Oh.
Yeah, like that whole era reminds me of like The Color Purple. So this movie is like The Color Purple meets From Dusk Till Dawn meets The Faculty. Yeah.
I was excited when it showed Lola Kirk too, because I haven't seen her in anything in a long time.
Oh, I don't know her. I've never seen her.
She's a star of Mozart in the Jungle on Amazon Prime. I highly recommend it. It's really good. It's also about music, but like classic symphonies or something. And she's like in Miss America or Miss Americana or whatever, the Mistress America.
Yeah.
By Noah Baumbach, and Greta Gerwig is her co-star in that. But anyway, I like her. But she's like mostly been doing folky country music for like the last few years.
She was kind of a funny character because she'd be like, yeah, we're just like a couple people trying to make music.
Yeah.
And then they go into that song.
Right. Me and you going fishing in the dark.
That was so funny. There's a lot of comedy in this.
There is a lot, yeah. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Cornbread was like,
yeah, he was like the comedic relief. I was like scared for his life.
Me too. I was like, why are you running so far away to go to the
I know.
Like, just go around the corner. Like, you're out in the middle of the woods, dude.
Yeah, and I feel like no one would ever.
Right?
Like a black person would never.
Right?
So, yeah, especially during that time.
Right?
You don't know what's going on out there.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they were in that area where it was like KKK.
Yeah.
White supremacy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't fuck around.
Which is a lot of the themes in this movie.
Quite literally, we see Cloak.
Oh, yeah.
Or the indigenous people see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They see it because the tribe or whoever, like, I guess maybe like kind of like authority,
mm-hmm.
somehow know that there's a vampire, and they're trying to hunt him down. And they clearly had gotten him a little bit because he had like gashes on him. Remember?
Yeah.
Like, he had been beat up. He gets to the white family and he's like, please let me in.
He's like, I'm one of you.
Right.
See? I got my KKK card here.
Right. He goes in, and then the indigenous people are like, hey, like, you guys happen to see someone?
Yeah.
He's really dangerous.
Nonchalant.
And then they like see that there's like a KKK cloak, and they're like, no, we didn't see no one. They're like, okay, we're gonna fuck with you anyway.
They're like, well, that's it, you guys. Let's go home.
Yeah. All right, we try to help you. Okay, you nasty fucks. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Do you think the vampire just like ate their baby?
Wait, was there a baby?
There's a basset. There's like a crib.
I didn't even notice that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw a crib and I was like, oh no, that's really dark.
No, the baby. A little goo goo gaga.
Just gross. Be like a dessert.
Okay, let's talk about
the juke joint.
Yeah, let's talk about the juke joint.
Okay.
It's poppin'.
It's poppin'. I
was like, they got like this fucking all set up really fast.
Yeah, it was like all in a day. I was like, see, if I were them, I would be so tired.
I'm like, you guys go ahead.
Party
without me.
Like, do that many, like, they had to go talk to people and drive around. Like, by the time I'd get back, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Does anyone serve coffee?
That was cool. They had brought their whole thing was they brought all this beer back with them from Chicago.
Right.
So they could sell it. So that's a part when they show the plantation coins. I think that's what they're called, but they're like wooden coins. They're not real. It's not real money. It's like plantation money.
Oh, was it when they
someone buys something and then Smoke or Stack or someone's like, hey, come here, and they go talk, and he's like, we can't be taken. It's not real money. And then I think Annie's like, it's money to them. Like, that's the money they have, and like, we're gonna take their money.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like,
it's the guy who was like, oh, y'all fancy up in here.
Yeah. And then later on, because they're like, no, we're gonna accept the money because, like, hello.
Yeah.
Like, after a long day of work, this is supposed to be the place you can come and buy a beer and like enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You can't just be leaning in. That money's not good here. But then later on, whoever was against accepting that was doing calculations, and he's like, we're gonna be broke in like a week, or you know, whatever. He says something. So
I mean,
oh yeah, and then Preacher Boy has a girl he fancies.
oh
And
yeah,
she shows up.
She's all hot and sweaty.
Yeah, no, he goes to go down on her.
Oh yeah, he's like,
and she goes, hey, come on, I need to be able to, I need to clean myself up, because like that's I don't know if guys are like this, but girls for sure, like you don't want people going you need to like be prepared, okay,
right?
Because it's like not something you just like spring. And she obviously, which yeah, I'm like, damn, in the fucking South, probably so humid,
right,
so sweaty. Ugh. And he just goes, I want to taste you. I was like, whoa. But the scene happens.
Oh, that whole scene was like beautiful.
Like,
that's when Annie is re-narrating that whole music thing. How like,
oh, so that's what she says in the beginning. That
because yes,
okay,
she says something like
Preacher Boy's playing.
Music can bring energies from the future,
your ancestors,
from the future and the past.
Yeah.
So that's what that whole scene is about, and like you're seeing all these different cultures.
Yeah.
Kind of like just.
It's so cool.
Intertwined with this reality.
Yeah, because Preacher Boy is like playing the guitar on stage and people are like dancing. And then you kind of slowly, you'll see like this dancer come through who's like in like very like traditional African like garment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually you see a guy with like an electric guitar.
And like, okay, the hip hop group.
Yes.
Like, they're like twerking. I was in my seat going. It was a vibe.
Yeah, it was so cool. And then they showed the Chinese family.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh. My ancestor was outside doing the Irish jig, ready to eat everyone.
So I feel like the only reason why we're seeing this is because the Preacher Boy, he's
a gift.
Yeah.
Because she says
he's
that,
God's, he's kind of like God's like son.
Oh,
because he's grown up into.
He's a preacher boy.
Yeah. His sound was like kind of a calling to the devil. It was like attracting.
Like a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and his dad was very like, did not want him playing.
Yeah, he's like, you need to let that shit go.
Yeah. Yeah, that scene was so fucking sick. And then it had everything burned down and they were just outside.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. That's so cool.
But I was like, okay, what does that mean?
I think she says something about playing music, dancing, something about music is the one time they can be free.
Yeah.
And so I think it burning down and the walls being down was like, here's if we could really be free in this world. That's what I had taken from it. Cause it was like, it was everything about Black culture, like not being hidden behind walls.
Yeah.
The way it had to be with the juke joint for them to have like a safe space or whatever, a safe space.
You know, it kind of reminds me of like a musical or like a play.
It would be a good play.
Yeah. Cause it's like, it's not something that you would see in a movie.
Yeah,
like
totally.
it just looks like a play production.
Yeah, it does. Now that you say that.
Yeah, I mean, with the musical numbers and everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, when the girl that Preacher Boy likes, when she does her thing and she's like,
yes.
I was like, ooh, look at you.
Was that after
the? I think when
vamps.
she's dancing is like when Cornbread's getting killed.
Or is it Haley?
Mary's killing one of the twins.
Yeah.
That's what's okay.
Stack.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what's happening.
She's like riding him, and then she's like, oh, and then she, oh my God, that part where she's like, you want some? And she like spits in his mouth.
Ew, yeah, dude, that part was so gross. He's like, are you drooling? She's like, you want some? I was like, ew. But people,
I'm like, is that what makes you turn into a vampire? Is that what she's doing in this universe? Okay, so the vampires show up because they hear the music, and that part was like kind of funny because they're like, let us in, we'll play some music for you. And that's when like they're like really trying to come in. They're like, and then
Slim is at the
Slim
door.
and
Right?
well, yeah,
Slim's watching it because Cornbread's away, or no?
no, Cornbread is just standing there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not about to let these white people in. And so they call Smoke and Stack, and they kind of intervene.
They're just like, we've got perfectly good money. Like, we just want to, enjoy ourselves. And they're just like looking at them like, what the fuck?
And they look at Haley, at Mary. They look at Mary, and they're like, well, she's there.
Yeah, and then Mary's like, oh, hell no. And Annie's like, she's family, because it was during the 1 drop rule.
Oh.
1 drop of black. And our girl Haley Seinfeld is
12%.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can kind of see it now.
Yeah, I can definitely see it for sure.
But she had some good lines. Boy, you better get on my face.
I know. That was so funny. So they've started turning because Mary goes out there to talk to them because she's like, let me just get the scoop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She's like, they'll talk to me and she probably feels less threatened too. Not that like Smoke and them are threatened, but like.
That's kind of like sending a message though. Like that's how.
That's a good point.
Like white passing people of color.
Yeah.
Might go towards like the white crowd for acceptance.
Right.
And I feel like that's what that was kind of like the message.
Well, and that was something that I think Smoker Stack is saying at the beginning when we first meet her, because they say something like, you found a nice white man to marry and you got a farm. Mm-hmm. So she like chose like the white life.
But then she says,
but she's like, because you pushed me away, kind of a thing.
Yeah. And she was like, I didn't choose to be with a white man. I wanted you. Yeah. Oh my God. That part really made me nervous though. When she was talking to them.
I was like,
because like you don't,
you're gonna fucking die.
And like their faces are like kind of hidden in the dark, so all you see is like their eyes.
Yeah, they're creepy.
It's freaky.
Yeah.
But like the main guy, he's the only one that has the red eyes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So that was cool. That looked cool.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler said that that's like inspired from like Puss in Boots. One of the Puss in Boots characters,
that's
like
so
the villain,
funny.
he's like a wolf with like red eyes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I guess like his demeanor is like similar to
wolf in sheep's clothing kind of a vibe. Oh,
yeah, that part when he like flies in the air for like that split second, you see him launch.
Yeah,
and she's like walking away. Yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was scary. I forgot about that. It was giving
and then and then it like jump cuts to like the next scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she goes up. She's like, "You let me in or what?" And I'm like, "Oh, clever girl."
I know. I'm like, wait, you don't have any blood on you? Did you get cleaned up before?
Yeah,
where
did he do it?
I saw her bite mark is on the back, so I'm like, there's no blood.
Yeah. So when they finally figure out, oh, okay, there's like vampires. Well, Annie's like,
she's like, I heard these legends.
She calls it what I heard was the hate. I was like, the hate? It's hate. HAINT. And it's like a hoodoo thing. So it ultimately means haunt.
Gotcha.
And so when she's like, which I think hate can kind of vibe with that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it's that. And then she figures out it's not. And then she does it's like you have things like literally like bones and like maybe like a chicken foot and like a feather.
Yeah, she's doing like blackjack.
Yeah. What is that called?
I don't know. She's rolling dice.
It's called a bone reading. Oh. It's a divination thing. Someone online was saying they think she was like seeing her fate.
I feel like that's what she kept saying.
Mm.
Like even when she was at her house doing that shit.
Oh, I didn't even connect that. Yeah.
She's like, damn it. Again?
Oh no.
What does she say? She has that.
You all gonna die tonight.
Yeah, I loved it. So good. With her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets like Pew pew.
Do they
shoot her and she's like,
shoot her? They don't like throw garlic at her.
no.
Well,
I don't even think
they
they
bring up
threw
garlic.
They eat it because
Yeah.
they're doing that thing from The Faculty. They're like, all right, everyone, take a piece of garlic. You go first.
Yeah.
Creative, innovative, groundbreaking.
Never
Okay.
been done before.
Never been done before. They like fucking tell everyone to go home. They're like, party's
Yeah.
over. Everybody get out.
She's like, there's a vampire, and they're like, okay.
Well, they didn't say that,
Well,
did they?
no, but
We got
like,
a situation.
like, y'all need to go home.
That could have been a whole scene. Maybe we could have had a little bit more action once like everyone started leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Like slowly like seeing turned into
Mhm.
vampires.
Yeah.
So it could like lead up to the final act. Because it was all a mystery. Like everyone's leaving, but we don't ever see them leaving. And I knew that they were going to be coming back as vampires.
Yeah.
But I'm like you would have heard screaming.
Right. Oh, they move fast.
What happens next?
They done fucked up.
Yeah, because what's her name? Grace.
Grace.
It's always Grace.
It is. It's always a Grace. So yeah, so all of a sudden, you know, like, all right, everyone who went outside's a vampire, including her husband.
Yeah, and he's
like,
all like, "Come on, we can go home. I got the
Let's-
car pulled up."
yeah, let's go see our daughter. And she's like, oh hell, ah! She's all pissed.
Well, actually, she was about to go, and then like Cornbread's in the corner, like eating that guy,
oh yeah, gross. Yeah, cornbread.
and Grace is like,
She's just devastated.
"This is like when the movie needs to move
Mhm.
at some point because they can't just be sitting inside waiting until dawn."
I would have.
Yeah.
Idiots. No offense, but like, you guys just needed to sit there for a few hours.
If the night was still early, I feel like
Night isn't that long.
what are they going to do? Board games?
Sleep.
Okay, while the other vampires try to get in.
Sure, drink a lot, then fall asleep. Like the
Play some
vampires,
music.
the vampires can't come in unless they're let in. And if
Yeah.
all of them go to sleep, but that's right.
But then they're not going to be dead. Those vampires are still out.
oh,
later.
that's true. They'll find them when it becomes dark again.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I forgot too. They also start making like steaks and stuff.
Yeah.
I
That was
would've-
very From Dusk Till Dawn.
I would have poured that
Holy water.
garlic shit all over myself.
Smart. So they got all their steaks, and Grace is like, it's funny because they're really trying to shut her up. And she's like, come on in, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I was like, damn, dude, you're gonna die. Like if like the vampires don't kill you, they're gonna kill you because like you just fucked everyone over.
Yeah, and they bust through the fucking doors.
Mm-hmm.
And then Grace,
Mayhem.
she like literally burns herself and then like kills her husband.
Yeah.
And like you did all of that just to like kill your husband, one vampire and yourself, girl.
Selfish.
I mean, at least your daughter's safe.
Yeah. Oh God. She's gonna have to run both those shops.
So sad.
She's gonna be like, where are my parents? And Preacher Boy's gonna be like, you're not gonna believe this, but like they turned
we
to
had a
ash.
crazy night.
It
One
got
night at
a
Chick
little
Joint.
crazy.
It was mayhem. Lady Gaga.
Yeah. it was giving Gaga.
Okay, so all the vampires are busting in. I was like, let's go. Let's fucking go. Kill these fucking vampires. Okay, and then there's like some extra people who are randomly in the scene who are getting bitten. And you're like, who the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Did you ever notice?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. There's the random guy who had the cut on his face. Remember? And the one who they threw his body outside and then they realized it was wine. It wasn't blood.
Oh, yeah. And he's the one that Cornbread is eating in the corner.
Yeah. You're skipping over the other music little scene.
Oh, shit.
The river dance.
With all the vampires.
Yeah. Like doing a whole like dance circle.
That was funny.
Yeah. A lot of people really liked it.
I thought it was hilarious because it's
yeah,
like,
I thought it was like funny, but I didn't think it was like amazing. I saw someone compare the choice of it being an Irish guy because of like Ireland being fucking, bulldozed by the Catholics and then the British, like terrorizing them and stuff. So he uses that and he's like, I know what it's like. He like uses that, like, don't worry, guys, I get it, you know? And then so someone was like, yeah, it was like an interest. And then he basically offers them freedom.
Yeah.
And someone was like saying it was kind of like putting the white savior trope on its head, if you think about it, because it's like he's this savior, quote unquote, but like not.
Okay, so fast forward the ending.
Yeah. Okay, so the kid, preacher boy's in the water, and the twins are like battling in the house.
Yeah.
Or in the jukebox.
At this point, like everyone's either dead or a vampire. Because Annie, she gets bit.
Right, and he kills her.
Yeah, Smoke.
As promised.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like they're twins. You know, it's like more than brotherhood. It's like you're fucking twins, you know?
Yeah, which must have been hard to shoot because like...
Oh my God, yeah. Well, and we also briefly get a little backstory that their dad was like this abusive prick.
Oh, what part was that?
That's like a backstory we get. And then that's where the guitar came from.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like they killed their dad. I think that's their whole thing, right? Or one of them killed the dad because he was beating up the other one. Like they also are like soldiers.
I just thought it was just Smoke because he was the one
with
like,
the shakes.
Yeah, and he's like shooting up everyone at the end.
Yeah, that part was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, the Irish vampire leader.
Yeah.
He tells them, hey, you bought this place from like a Klansman and they're going to come kill you guys. That's their plan.
Yes.
And he got that because whenever he makes someone his own, he has other memories. Remember he says that?
All those memories are coming from who though?
So the white people.
The couple?
The couple because he's like, I think a nephew because he had a Klan's cloak. Preacher boy uses his guitar because he realizes there's silver.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he hits the guy in the head and the guy's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and then everyone else is burning.
Yeah.
Because once you get the master,
right,
everyone else is affected who's been, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the faculty.
I was kind of like, okay, die.
I know.
I was like, it's taking a while, die.
I know.
And the son ultimately got him too, right?
Yeah, and he just turns into this like fire tornado.
That was so cool. The fire tornado was so cool. I was like, that's a cool way to have a vampire master like vanish. And the whatever twin that made it out shot him so he'd get away from Preacher Boy because he was close to getting Preacher Boy. All the KKK dudes show up and he just shoots the shit out of them.
And he gets shot too, right?
Yes.
And he's like basically dying.
He like really needs a cigarette.
And he asked the fat dude.
You got a cigarette?
John
he has
Goodman
a
dude.
shaky hand, and his brother usually rolls his cigarettes. But his brother's dead now.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Smoke has this vision of Annie and the baby, which was like confusing to me because I was like, wait, you're pregnant? I didn't put it together that the baby was dead.
Why does she have a baby?
I was like,
when she's dying, she says, "We'll see you soon."
Yeah,
or whatever. That was really beautiful.
On that note, did you stay for the post-credit scene?
Yes, I stayed for both of the post-credit scenes.
So good.
Yeah, like
I thought it was Morgan Freeman for a second.
That's funny. That would have been really funny. I thought, like, I was kind of like, whoa. When it, like, I was like, oh, that's him. Only because of his scars.
Yeah.
But I did not expect them to walk in. And, like...
It was so hot, though.
They looked so cool.
I know. It was, like, kind of giving, like, The Craft.
Totally. That was so cool. I'm really glad they didn't hurt him.
But that part where he was, like, asking him, like, do you ever think about that moment?
Mm-hmm.
And that was so beautiful.
I know, it really was. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because he was like, that was the last day I saw my brother.
Yeah. Preacher Boy was like, I have like had nightmares of that night my whole life, but it was still one of the best. It was like the best night of my life. So sad.
So tragic.
Really. Any last thoughts from you?
I thought this movie was brilliant, genius, thought-provoking. I think this is like one of the best vampire movies in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, your thoughts?
Yeah, I would say a lot of people are like, oh, it's the best movie of the year. And I'm like, I think it's the best movie of the year, period. Like, I don't think there's going to be a movie that's better than this. I think like the dance, like the music, the dancing, all that is like so fucking cool. I think it was like the perfect balance of like plot, character, and then I don't know, like just that everything about it was just like fantastic. I want more.
How many onions?
Bloomin' onion.
Oh yeah, me too.
For sure.
A blooming onion and
some Cajun
some garlic.
Pepper on it. Some garlic.
All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. Let us know what your thoughts are. Brittany, where can we find you?
You can find me at humble_books_review.
And you can find me on Instagram at @somecallme_Ricky. And if you liked this episode, you can find us on Instagram and YouTube at Paper Screen Podcast. So smash that like button, hit us up, let us know what you think. Until next time, bye.